Hey, what up guys, CryptoBiz here. So I've added another slice to the pie, as you can see in purple. This is Laser Online. Okay, this is just kind of like an interesting one. This is a total gamble also, okay? This is gonna be a very high risk investment. I put $515 in there and it accounts for 8.3%. Now, when I add something like this, I always have to point out, hey, I've got over 76% of all of my money that I have invested in what I consider to be safe or safer long-term platforms. Okay, I've got BitConnect, USI Tech, and CryptTrade. Less than 25% of my investments reside in these kind of higher risk areas. So of course, this is all high risk, but within the high risk area, I consider these to be some of the highest risk. Okay, so Laser Online does fall into that. In my opinion, it's kind of a gamble. It's an interesting one. It's a little different. It's been around for a while. I've heard about it from a lot of different people, and they're liking it, and some other people wanted to see what I thought about it. So, and after looking at everything, I went ahead and decided to put $550 in it, and understanding that this one is a total gamble. Okay, I'm essentially at the casino playing the blackjack table. Okay, so let's take a look and see what they have to offer here. Now, this is the site. If you first come into this site, they've got some music. So that alone is a little different, but whatever, I just turned that off, okay? So what they offer is 12% a day for 12 days, okay? Now, what they really offer is, I did the calculations here, 2.75% a day for 16 days. Okay, now the reason I say that is this all includes your original investment coming back to you, and they only pay out on weekdays. Okay, so you're in there for actually 16 days because you have to account for the weekends, and if you take out when they're paying you back your initial investment as well, you're actually profiting 2.75% a day, which is 44% overall. Okay. So that's what they offer in investments. That's the only investment they offer. So they say they created, so first of all, they say they're like a laser company, okay? So it says long-term laser-based products, reselling and logistics business. And then it says united with highly profitable crypto trading. Who would ever put those two things together? I don't know. So, I mean, you know, what the heck? I don't even know what to think about that, right? This is a risk, guys. This one's a risk. So they've been online for 80 days, okay, and they say they've got 16,812 accounts. Total funds deposited is 6.2 million, let's say it, and total paid out is 1.4 million. Okay, now they do have their payments here, and you can click on them and verify them. I'll just show you real quick, okay? So you can see here is the payment itself verified on the blockchain. They have a lot of information. The site is full of information. They talk about the business they do, who they are, what they are, how to get started, of course, right? And they have a lot of other information on the site. As a matter of fact, it scrolls down for quite some time. They have these testimonials. I looked at a couple of them. They look like just regular people, right? They don't come across as actors, but you can be sure they may be actors. You never know. They have just a ton of 5-star reviews. Of course, you can't really verify any of those. That's their sign up, create an account. They do offer you this certificate here. So I think for every dollar you put in, you get a share of the company, so they say, right? This probably holds no more weight than the digital weight, which is 0, okay? So this is really just an image. I don't think there's anything official about this. It's kind of like a marketing ploy, really, I think. So yeah, they show you the last deposits as well, okay? They talk about their affiliate program. One of the cool things about this is they accept money in a lot of different ways, right? So they have advanced cash, perfect money, payair, Swift wire transfer, Visa, Payza, and then they also take Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Dash. So, and it looks like they're getting ready to take Ripple too. So they take payments in a lot of different ways. So yeah, this is all, more marketing and things like that. Their security is actually pretty legit. One of the things I was paying attention to when I was in there is, first of all, they only want you to have one account. If they catch you with 2 accounts, they will get rid of both accounts. And they even say, we'll terminate both accounts, we'll block both accounts, and you won't get any of your money back. So one account, guys. I didn't see this. They have a DUNS number. A DUNS is a corporation that essentially rates credit for businesses. right? So this is a Delaware company registered in Delaware. That's one of the reasons I wanted to check it out, right? This is something that seems to be a little different. You know, the fact that they're registered in the United States is something I haven't seen before. And they have a DUNS number. That's you know, I didn't see that last time when I was looking into it. That's actually pretty legit. So yeah, they've got a ton of information here. They do their best to be as transparent as possible. And more importantly, their investment offer, they say it's 12% for 12 days. What it boils down to is 2.75% per day for 16 days, totaling 44%. So after you create an account, what you'll have here is this little desktop tab. That's kind of like the account tab in most other sites, right? So you click that, and this is where you can go and you can kind of manage your account. They kind of show you what they've got going on over here, what your account has going on over here, and it also shows me that I've got 17 days till this fully matures. And they have this, which is kind of cool too. Your next accrual is in this many hours, and this is how much it's going to be. So I'm going to be paid $66 a day for the weekdays. Now they have an auto reinvest, so you can set it up to auto reinvest and do compounding, right? And you can do that every day. Now there's a guy on the Facebook group that's doing this, and the way he was looking at it was, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to set it to compound for 90 days, and I'm going to win or I'm going to lose. You know what I mean? And that's a pretty good way to look at this. This one's a gamble. You know what I mean? So he's like, hey, you know, I think he put in $45 to start, and he's just compounding daily until he hits 90 days. And if they're still around in 90 days, he's going to do his withdrawal. If not, then he lost his $45. You know what I mean? They have a scheduler too. This is kind of cool. You can schedule automatic withdrawals. I think they have like different, I don't know, kind of rules on that based on how much you have invested. I think they tier it or like cap it at like 3 days a week, but it's just a different feature. I have not seen that feature in any of the other platforms. So I thought that was kind of cool. And so when you're logged in, you can always do another deposit if you want, right? And again, I already went over this, but these are their different payment methods that they accept. So let's look at the actual account. Oh, this is something I thought was kind of interesting too. So the longer you're in there, I think the more points you get. That controls how many automatic withdrawals you can do, but it also controls the total amount of money you can withdraw daily. Now, the smallest limit is 500. Right? So I don't think it's going to affect any of us. I don't think any of us are going to be putting in so much money that we're going to be worried whether or not our withdrawals daily are going to be higher than $500. I'm certainly not. So that's just something I'm just not too worried about. Those are for more of your people who are putting in a lot of money. Okay, and that's not something I would suggest you do with this platform, unless you're a high roller. Okay, unless you go to Vegas and you bet $5,000 a hand on blackjack or something. So yeah, and here are all their different payment requests as well, where you can put in all your different addresses and things like that. You can see I've got my Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin in there. They've got their transactions. So far I've just done an investment, so that's all you're going to see in there. This I thought was kind of cool. This shows the total amount invested a day, and this shows the total amount withdrawn that day or paid out that day. Okay, and you can see they're getting a lot higher investments than they are payouts, which is a good thing to see. Yeah, guys, so let's take a look at their Facebook. Their Facebook actually looks really good. They've got 27,682 likes. They've got 4.5 stars out of all of those people. They get really good engagement on all of their posts. So I think it's because they're so different. You know what I mean? They're just coming across in a different kind of fun way, actually. So yeah, guys, I don't know. It's they're capturing attention. Let's look at their traffic. So okay, just making sure my head's not in the way. Nothing. Boom. They opened up in June. They go from 214 hits to 224,000. And then the next month they jump to 588,000. So they jump over 100% in this last month. Now my guess is that we're going to see another significant jump. I think these guys are trying to stick around, you know, medium term. You know, and I think they're trying to stick around for several months. They may be trying to stick around for several years. I don't know. But I feel like this is, you know, this isn't BitLake. This isn't Ambis. These guys have already been open for 80 days and their traffic and things are growing. They put a lot into this site when you look at it. So they're definitely trying to stick around for a while. Yeah, the traffic looks good. The social media looks good. Their who is what's a little iffy, honestly. So they're a Delaware registered company. They did register with Namecheap, which is a pretty sketchy place to register with. Their registration, they've got it for 3 years. So they're registered until October 23rd, 2019. That's good. You know what I mean? It's always good to see if when somebody gets their registration for over a year. And this has been being planned for a while because they originally registered it on October 23rd, 2016. So whoever it is, they've been working on it for a while, and that actually makes sense if you look at the website because there's a lot going on there. Yeah, so it looks like the site itself is registered out of Panama. So anyways, the who is, like, you know, I don't like the Namecheap, but I do like the length of time. So that's a toss up. So yeah, guys, you know, that's the site. Definitely it's a gamble, you know what I mean? It's more one of those that you just kind of want to have some fun with, you know, see if it works out. And I really like the attitude of the guy in the Facebook group that's like, yeah, I'm putting $45 in there, I'm gonna let it compound for 90 days and I'll win or I'll lose, you know what I mean? It's a good way to look at this kind of site, okay? This isn't a site that you go into with more money than you can afford, right? Never go into a site with more money than you can afford. This is just kind of one that you want to go in there and maybe have some fun with because it's such a fun and interesting, different site, and it's registered in America, you know. So I was like, yeah, what the heck? I'm gonna throw something down on this and see what happens because it's so different in a lot of ways. So yeah, guys, that's Laser Online. If you're interested in joining, I have a link in the description. I'm also doing a BitConnect coin giveaway. I'm going to give away 2 BitConnect coins on September 25th. That's 9 days from now. If you're not registered in BitConnect, I would encourage you to register with BitConnect. I have a link in the description for that. You have to use my link if you want to be involved in this giveaway. And then you have to have over $100 invested into BitConnect. Which is the minimum amount that you can invest in BitConnect anyways. Now, I would suggest, if you're just getting started and you can afford to do it, I would suggest that you put in $1,010 into BitConnect, because that will jump you up to a different tier where you make more percentage daily and your money's in there for a less amount of time. And that puts you at somewhere around $300 a month, right? So if you're interested in compounding in BitConnect, you know, I can show you here. It's a site I have a lot of faith in, obviously, right? That's where most of my money is. I have over $3,000 in BitConnect. So that original investment will pay you around $300 a month. And if you're interested in compounding by putting the $1,010 in there, it kind of gets you off and running, right? It takes a long time to build up if you start with low numbers, but if you start with higher numbers, it happens a lot faster. So that's my recommendation. I understand everybody is in a different place financially. And again, don't go into these sites if you can't afford it, folks, okay? Because they're all high risk, really. Any one of these sites could actually go down tomorrow. You know, I don't have a crystal ball. It's just based on the different things that I evaluate, the way I look at things. You know, basically, it's all personal opinion, right? Yeah, guys, all that being said, if you want to get signed up for that giveaway, BitConnect coins are worth over $100 right now, and I'm going to give away 2 of them, so that's a good way to get started if you're going to invest in these sites. That's Laser Online. Again, this one's more for fun. It's definitely a gamble, so if you're interested in getting into something that's definitely a little different than any of the other ones out there and registered in Delaware, you know, go ahead and jump on board. I have a link in the description. So if you liked this video, hit the like button. If you want to tell me in the comments, CryptoBiz, you're friggin' crazy, what are you doing, man? Go ahead and feel free to do that too, right? And if you want to see more of these videos and you want to follow along with my overall investment here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All that being said, guys, appreciate you watching. Thanks so much for spending some time with me here today, and I will catch you next time. Bye.